Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome inside the Waterloo Memorial Recreation Complex for Game 9 of the round robin of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships as the Huron-Perth Lakers get set to match up with the Quinte Red Devils here this afternoon. It's the second game action for the Lakers of the day, while the Red Devils play their first game of this Thursday here in Waterloo. The tournament continuing, as mentioned, Game 9 of the round robin. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. My name is Dylan Baker. And what a tournament it has been so far. Some great games all throughout the weekend up to this point. But Quinte trying to get their first victory of the weekend here this afternoon. They've got one loss and one tie coming into this game. They tied the Waterloo Wolves by a score of 3-3 yesterday night. In that game, they got 3 goals from 3 different goal scorers. Ryan Keys played his second game of the weekend as well. For the Huron-Perth Lakers, it was a 7-4 victory over the North Bay Trappers earlier this morning. A massive offensive outburst for the Lakers in that game. They've had 2 really high-scoring affairs from their perspective. 4 goals scored in their opening game against the Wolves, which was a 4-4 tie, and then a 7-4 victory over North Bay in Game 2. We'll set it down to ice level now for the national anthem prior to puck drop in this one. Anthem complete. We are almost set for puck drop here in Waterloo. The Huron-Perth Lakers taking on the Quinte Red Devils in game number 9 of the round robin play here in this championship. It's Blake Lauren getting the start for the Quinte Red Devils. He is getting his first game action of the weekend here this afternoon for the Huron-Perth Lakers. It is more of the same between the pipes, or so it appears. Looks to be Miles Alga taking his place in the crease. We'll see if that changes here throughout the afternoon. Exciting matchup here today between Quinte and Huron-Perth as both teams try to pick up a big victory. As mentioned, Huron-Perth beat North Bay earlier this morning by a score of 7-4. The Lakers in their white uniforms, the Red Devils in their black uniforms. For this one, we are underway. Huron-Perth with possession to start this game. Luke Strickler deflects it down the ice, and the Red Devils will reset in their own zone. Swung around the wall for Zubzahil. Zubzahil loses possession of the puck, comes back now into the corner for Sebastian Smith. Smith bobbles it, comes back to him now along the wall. Smith kicks it away. Lakers continuing to apply pressure. Back below the goal line, little takedown there of Aiden Crawford as the Red Devils look to reset in their own zone. Comes back to Cade Whalen. Whalen through the neutral zone up to Dawson Zubzahil. Zubzahil gets over the blue line, but not cleanly. Lakers trying to force it out to center. Comes back to Luke Strickler. Strickler sends a pass through neutral ice, and Aiden Crawford will slap it in deep. Crawford had a goal and an assist in the win over North Bay this morning. Back the other way, here comes McLean Brown for Quinte. Brown sends a pass to Campbell. Campbell works it into the corner. Below the goal line, peels away from pressure. Campbell scans his options, drops it back down low. Max Norton to the line. Played by Chance Cooney. Cooney is shot, blocked in traffic, bounces now into the corner. It'll be picked back up by Lawson Baker. Baker has it along the boards, swings it down low, and the Lakers will look to break out here of their own end. Chase Yabi. Yabi sends a pass through center. Little flip play to Riley Hayter. Hayter loses it in neutral ice. Back the other way, McLean Brown gains the blue line, fires it in deep. Both teams feeling each other out here in the opening minute and a half of this game. They had not played at all during this season prior to this championship weekend. Now a pass down low, poked away nicely by Riker Thompson for Quinte. Thompson plays it below the goal line. Sends it around the boards. Blake Roberts is on it. Roberts gets it up to the blue line. Maverick Riley tries to swing it back down low for Roberts. Roberts tries to play it towards the goal. It's blocked in traffic, and the bouncing puck will come back to Noah Gilchrist. Gilchrist sends it all the way down the ice, and we've got our first stoppage in play here in this game. It is icing. That is, in fact, Gavin Russell getting his first action of this championship weekend in between the pipes for the Huron-Perth Lakers. So it is Gavin Russell and Blake Lauren each making their first appearances here this weekend in their team's third games. Quinte comes in 0-1-1. They tied the Waterloo Wolves last night. The Huron-Perth Lakers also tied the Waterloo Wolves, beat the North Bay Trappers this morning. Red Devils look to clear the zone, swung back in deep though by the Lakers and Blake Roberts. Back after below the goal line is Riker Thompson. Thompson had 2 assists against the Wolves last night. He'll play it through center. It's out of the stick of Will Beebe. Beebe coming over the blue line, cutting towards the net with a chance. Russell may have had a piece of that one as it goes into the corner. Lakers play it back down low, handled by Carter Calling. Calling sends a pass on the near wall. Out through neutral ice, looking to find his man through center. That's Mason Robinson in pursuit. Comes back now to Thompson. Riker Thompson from his own zone. Thompson carries it through center. Sends a pass to Cash Nelson. Nelson fires a shot, misses the net. Rebound loose. Beebe has it in the far corner. Beebe to the slot. Cut off there. Lakers look to clear the zone. Back the other way. It's played through center by the captain, Luke Strickler. Strickler in on goal. Denied there by Blake Lauren. Good early save from Lauren on that chance. Bouncing puck comes back now, and the Red Devils play it out to center. Riker Thompson to the red line. Thompson makes a move, comes in over the blue. Thompson a shot, blockered away by Gavin Russell, and the puck goes up and over the glass, out of play. We'd like to take a moment to say thank you to our partners for supporting today's event. A special recognition goes to Milk, a proud partner of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Dairy farmers of Ontario are proud to support young athletes and encourage healthy, active lifestyles. Face-off at the Lakers' end here, 11:56 to go in the first period. Draw one by Huron-Perth. It's swung around the wall by Lawson Baker. Now comes to Aiden Crawford. Crawford tries to clear the zone, can't quite get it out. Held up at the blue line by Cade Whalen. Whalen swings it into the corner. Now on it is Max Ziliak. Ziliak plays it around the boards, and Hayter has possession for Huron-Perth. Cut off at the blue line by Malkin Courtney. Courtney holds the line, gets a pass down low. Now a chance here for the Red Devils. Backhand shot from Whalen, denied by Russell. Whalen tries to center a pass, bounces back below the goal line, and Lawson Baker has possession for Huron-Perth. Baker chips it off the boards. Crawford trying to get it out to center. Picked back up now by Ty Walker. Walker, 2 goals earlier today against North Bay in the 7-4 victory for the Lakers. Walker loses possession, but right there to recover is Aiden Crawford, who comes in over the blue line just offside. Couple of good chances for the Red Devils so far in this game. Huron-Perth still trying to establish themselves. A little bit of a sense of urgency perhaps for Quinte as they search for their first victory of the championship weekend. Off the face-off, draw one by the Lakers in neutral ice. Weston Murray throws it down low. Blake Lauren out of the crease to play it. Lauren drops a pass back, and it'll be handled by McLean Brown from his own end. Brown sends a pass through center, and Jensen Campbell brings it through neutral ice. Campbell tries to cut towards the net, poked away nicely there. Good defensive play by Murray as it comes back below the goal line. Lakers have possession, trying to carry it out to center. It's banked off the boards and scooped back up by Chance Cooney. Now a race for the loose puck. It's Luke Strickler back on it. Strickler has it in the corner, the captain of this Huron-Perth squad. Strickler jams it up along the boards. Worked free by McLean Brown, bumped along the wall to Cooney. Cooney sends a pass to Max Norton. Now back on it, Brown. Brown from his own end. Bank play off the wall. Strickler knocks it down. Strickler working towards the goal. Strickler, a shot denied there by Lauren. Rebound, wraparound try, comes out front. Strickler can't get a shot away. Red Devils head back the other way. Cohen Reed through center, gets it over to Max Norton. Norton tries to cut towards the net. He's kept away nicely by the Huron-Perth defense. Lakers have possession now as Yabi looks for it on the near side. Yabi can't get to it. It's played by Liam Wall out to the neutral zone, and on it is Riker Thompson again. Thompson fires it in deep, and back after it is Wall. Wall sends a little pass out of the near boards. It's Murray back for Wall. Wall off the glass, knocked down through center, picked back up by Huron-Perth, and racing through is Whalen with a chance. Comes back now to Aiden Crawford. Crawford in the corner, looking for options. Crawford pivots away, tries to escape the pressure. Declan Doyle is on it for Quinte. Doyle sends it past to Cohen Reed. Reed through center to Will Beebe. Beebe comes over the blue line. Beebe cross-ice pass just out of the reach of Reed in the corner. Reed resets here for the Red Devils. Plays it back below the goal line for Beebe. It's poked off his stick now at the line. Riker Thompson. Thompson back towards Beebe. Giving chase below the goal line for Huron-Perth is Roman Bell. Bell sends it past to Maverick Riley. Riley from his own zone. Now towards Aiden Crawford. Crawford tries to force it out to center. Walker looking for it. Comes back instead to Huron-Perth and Riley, who can't get it out. Now he will skate it out to center. Riley gets a pass to Ty Walker. Walker chips it in deep. He'll head off for a change as Riker Thompson resets for Quinte. Thompson from his own zone. Looking to start an attack. Gets it to Beebe through center. He'll deflect it down the ice. Head off for a change. Huron-Perth with possession below the goal line. Roman Bell exchanging passes down there, and behind his netminder, Gavin Russell. Pass comes through center. Lakers in over the blue line. Mason Robinson works in, can't get a shot away. Red Devils look to head back the other way. Dawson Zubza-Hill. Zubza-Hill comes over the blue line. Zubza-Hill makes a move, chips it into the corner. Back after it now, Lawson Baker. Baker swings it around the wall. Hayter looking to clear it. Hayter trying to force it over the blue line. Bouncing puck, he gets tied up. Now back in. Here comes Malcolm Courtney. Courtney to the slot area, can't get a shot away, and he'll have to chase after it in the corner. Back after it, Max Ziliaks now. Ziliaks sends a pass along the wall, and the Lakers will look to break out of their own zone. Good pressure from the Red Devils here as Courtney plays it out in neutral ice. Courtney sends a pass to Sebastian Smith. Smith off the boards, down the ice, won't be icing. They'll say it was deflected here, and Baker is back for it. Long stretch without a whistle here in this first period between Huron-Perth and Quinte. Smith has it at the red line, fires it in deep. Back after it goes Ziliaks. Baker in pursuit as well. Ziliaks feeds it to Baker. Baker tried to go back to Ziliaks. Now the puck is loose in the Lakers' end. It's Baker attempting to clear it, held by the Red Devils, though. Here's Norton, a shot from distance, deflected on goal. It'll be covered up by Gavin Russell. This puck stoppage is brought to you by Barron Rings, the official championship ring provider of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Barron Rings proudly celebrates the achievements of athletes by creating lasting symbols of success and excellence. Face-off in the Lakers' end here once more. Draw one by Huron-Perth, and after it is Carter Calling down low. Calling swings it around the boards for Weston Murray. Murray looking for a passing option, peels away there from Jensen Campbell and sends it through neutral ice. Deflected by Luke Strickler, into the Quinte end. Red Devils reset, pass off the boards from Noah Gilchrist gets blocked. Gilchrist fighting to get possession back as it's loose in the corner. Max Murray after it. Now back the other way, here's Norton. Norton comes in over the blue line. Bouncing puck turned over. Strickler sends it out to center looking for Chase Yabi. Yabi's in over the blue line onside. Centering pass tipped just wide of the goal by Campbell getting back defensively. How about that from Jensen Campbell on the back check? Red Devils trying to get it out to center. Couldn't quite do so cleanly. Handled by Chance Cooney. Cooney sends a pass. Now through neutral ice it comes. Max Norton over the blue line. That play just offside. And so the face-off will come back out to center here. Well, both goaltenders haven't had a ton of tests in this game, but Blake Lauren has been sharp when he's needed to be. Gavin Russell as well on the other side of the ice for the Huron-Perth Lakers. Face-off won by the Lakers through center. It's Aiden Crawford coming in over the blue line. Crawford swings it around the end boards. Back after it now, Doyle. Doyle sends a pass, handled by Riker Thompson. Thompson now through neutral ice. Cash Nelson over the blue line. Feed onto the far wall. After it is Cohen Reed. Reed back for Nelson. Nelson up to the blue line. Thompson, he's got space, takes a shot. Blocked in traffic. Crawford got in the way of that one. Lakers try to clear the zone. Thompson able to hold. He'll force his way into the corner. Thompson at the goal line. Tight angle shot. Stopped by Russell. Lakers look to head the other way. They've got a 2-on-1 here coming back. Ty Walker working in, shooting. He scores! Ty Walker opens the scoring here for Huron-Perth. And the Lakers have a 1-0 lead. It's Walker's 4th goal of the tournament. And it makes it 1-0 Lakers. Well, Walker had 2 goals earlier today. Nice little chip play to get by. Out at center, comes in on what ends up being a 2-on-0. Looks off the pass, fires the shot, beats the netminder, and the Lakers have a 1-0 lead here in this afternoon affair at the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships in Waterloo. Back to the action now as the Lakers try to play it through center, looking for it. Ty Walker. Walker, a little toe drag on his way in. He gets tied up, can't quite get to the net cleanly. Jackson Elrick kept him away. Lakers fighting to get possession back in the corner. Picked back up, though, by Quinte. Dawson subs a hill through center. A feed under the stick of Cade Whalen. Whalen trying to cut to the net. He gets cut off, and Weston Murray's back on it for the Lakers. Murray swings it around the wall. Crawford tries to chip it off the boards out through center. It's Ty Walker back on it. Walker cross-ice feed. Now some space to work here for Huron-Perth. Riley takes a shot. Glove save made by Blake Lauren, who will play it here. After a long hold in the glove, they elect to play it, and Zubza-Hill will carry it through center. Dawson Zubza-Hill over the blue line. Zubza-Hill to the slot looking for a shot. That one just goes wide. Back on it, Riley. Riley sends a pass cross ice. Yabi through center. Now in come the Lakers again. Quick shot there from Bradley Hewardine, but the save is made by Blake Lauren. A look here as the Lakers broke out through center for a chance. We remind you that Fine Design is the official on-site championship apparel provider for the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Be sure to grab your championship gear before it sells out. Back the other way, here come the Red Devils through center. Max Norton racing into the chance of the backhand. He scores! Max Norton, what a rush up the ice, and we're all tied up. It's 1-1. Norton with a head of steam, able to beat everybody as he raced towards the net. And just over a minute after Ty Walker opened the scoring for Huron-Perth, it's Max Norton who answers back for his first goal of the tournament. Norton had one man to beat. It was the netminder. Went to the backhand and buried it. So 1-1 our score here in what is game 9 of this round robin action as we approach the late stages here of the first period. Puck is played at center by Bell. Bell goes off the boards and handled now by Quinte in their own zone. Jensen Campbell throws it through neutral ice. Noah Gilchrist, a deflection in deep. Penalty coming up here. It's going to go against the Lakers, and Quinte will get the game's first power play. Interference is the call. So the Red Devils headed to the man advantage. They get the first power play of this game. Again, interference the call here. Well, the Red Devils have the momentum. They had a power play goal in their game against the Wolves last night in that 3-3 tie. It was Dawson Zubza-Hill who found the back of the net. Off the face-off, Red Devils control. At the blue line, Brown has space. Brown looking for passing options, sends it cross ice. Handled at the point there by Cade Whalen. Whalen rims it around the end board. Zubza-Hill has it. Zubza-Hill, watched by Bell, gets it back up high. Whalen sends the pass out of the stick of McLean Brown. Brown now to the corner, gets the return feed from Beebe. Brown from up high, shot tipped on goal, goes just wide. Cash Nelson got a stick on it. And now the Lakers clear it out to center. Red Devils look to reset here through center. Whalen comes in over the blue line. Whalen racing down the wing, tries to get around Weston Murray. Whalen in the far corner. Whalen back up to the point. Handled there by McLean Brown. Brown back for Whalen, right circle. His shot sails high, rims around the wall. Lakers clear it. Strickler out to center. It'll be picked back up by Brown. Huron-Perth nearly had a shorthanded chance. Max Murray was trying to get back in time for an opportunity. Cash Nelson now carries it through center. Nelson drop past Beebe. Beebe makes a move. Beebe to the slot. Beebe a shot. That one blocked in traffic by Bell. Took a good chunk out of him, but he got in the way of it. Now here come the Lakers shorthanded. It's Walker over the blue line, their lone goal scorer in this game. Nice move made, but a nice save by Blake Lauren to keep that one out. How about that for a move from Ty Walker on the way in as he tried to cut to the net with a chance. Gatorade is the official sports nutrition beverage of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships, fueling athlete hydration and recovery to keep performance at its peak throughout the championship. 30 seconds to go on the power play here for the Red Devils. It's a draw in their end, though, and Riker Thompson has possession. Thompson sends a pass up the boards, and Max Norton gets it through center. And over the blue line, racing in here is Elric in the corner. Drops a pass back for Norton. Norton to Thompson at the blue line. Thompson holding, shooting, pad save Russell. Rebound there, scramble for it. Red Devils recover. 15 seconds left in their power play. Elric in the corner. Elric stick handles, gets tied up. Lakers trying to clear the zone here and kill off the remaining time here in this penalty. Jensen Campbell gets a pass down low, centering feed Norton. He just missed the net. What a chance that was. Lakers slap it all the way down the ice just as time expires in the penalty. So we're back at 5-on-5. Quinte 0 for 1 on the man advantage in this game. Red Devils have it in their own end here, trying to break out. Puck gets turned over. Handled now by Bradley Huron. Huron loses possession, comes back around the wall, and Norton will play it through neutral ice. Max Norton comes in over the blue line. Norton into the corner, stops up, spins back. Norton up top. Thompson in space. Thompson shoots. That one stopped by Russell, and they score! The rebound buried out front, and the Red Devils have taken a 2-1 lead. Thompson took the initial shot, and it was pushed home by Noah Gilchrist on the doorstep. So Quinte strikes for a pair here late in the period. You get a look at the shot from Thompson. The initial save was made by Russell, but Gilchrist able to get in there and slap it home just in time. So Quinte has a 2-1 lead. That's exactly what you want if you're the Red Devils. A goal late in this first period, trying to get some momentum heading into the second. After it is Sebastian Smith in his own zone. Smith sends it around the end boards. Red Devils get it through center. Cash Nelson. Nelson cut off of the red line by Luke Strickler. Red Devils have to pause before entering the zone. They were offside. Smith has it now near boards. Smith sends a pass through center for Will Beebe. Beebe over the blue line has it poked off his stick. Smith tried to hold the line, couldn't do it. Offside, delayed offside here on the Red Devils as Strickler sends a cross ice pass. Now through center, chipped in over the blue line by the Lakers. Back on it, Malkin Courtney. Courtney loses possession. A centering pass for Strickler, never got to him. Back the other way, here come the Red Devils, it's Beebe. Beebe over the blue line, poked off his stick by Weston Murray. Murray lays the body down low. Beebe applies pressure on him. Final minute here of the first period. Centering pass, quick chance there for Cash Nelson. Deflected over the goal. Nelson has it below the goal line. Gets a pass out front. Reed with a chance. That shot blocked in traffic. Now Riker Thompson. Thompson knocks his man down to the ice, has possession in the corner. Thompson throws it down low. Now a centering feed. Bouncing puck. Beebe after it. Comes back up to the blue line. Held at the point here by Quinte. A shot on goal. Pad save Russell. Rebound out front. Beebe just missed the net. What a chance there for Beebe. Couldn't bury it. Now another chance out front. That pass cut off by Crawford down low. 20 seconds to go here in the period. Red Devils pressuring. Lakers trying to get it out to neutral ice here. Ty Walker through center, nice move. Walker's over the blue line. That shot gets blocked in traffic by Riker Thompson. It'll be pinned up along the boards as time drains down here in this first period, and Quinte will exit the first with a 2-1 lead. Well, the Red Devils fell behind in that first period, but they were able to make up for it as the period progressed. Huron-Perth allows a couple of late ones, and Quinte is up by a goal heading into the second period here. A look at some of the late chances for Quinte, and then the chance for Ty Walker as he brought it through center for the Lakers. Walker, a nice move to fire it home and open the scoring in this game. That Walker goal at the 9:14 mark of the first period. Quinte able to respond. Nice goal from Max Norton just over a minute later. And then the Red Devils get another. Riker Thompson takes a shot from the blue line. The initial save made, but on the doorstep, Noah Gilchrist jams it home to give Quinte the lead. Again, both these goaltenders in their first game action of this weekend, of this tournament, and both looking pretty solid for the first 15 minutes of play here in Waterloo. Teams exchange ends. We are all set to go here for the second period of play. 2-1 the score in favor of the Quinte Red Devils here. Off the face-off. Draw one by the Red Devils. Now carried through center by Jackson Elric. Elric over the blue line. Couldn't get over the blue line cleanly. Offside is the call. And so we'll have a stoppage in play and a face-off out in the neutral zone. Again, your goal scorers from that first period. Ty Walker opened the scoring for Huron-Perth, and Max Norton tied things up for Quinte, and Noah Gilchrist with the go-ahead goal. Off the draw, Red Devils have it in their own zone. McLean Brown sends a pass out of the far wall. Declan Doyle through center. Elric in pursuit for Quinte, gets it to Brown. Brown over the blue line. Now after it down low, Maverick Riley. In below the goal line, Lakers will reset. Roman Bell has possession. Bell in his own zone. Pressure from Elric here. Lakers trying to clear the zone. Hayter swings it around the end boards. Gets the pass now in the corner. Hayter drops it off. Maverick Riley has possession. Riley gets it up the boards, but not quite out to center. Red Devils able to hold at least momentarily, and Hayter will circle back in his own zone. Riley Hayter tries to get it out to neutral ice, can't do it. Whalen, little play, couldn't slip by. Red Devils reset. Elric stripped to the puck. Here's Crawford racing into the chance. Save made there by Blake Lauren. Good play by Aiden Crawford in the neutral zone to pick his man's pocket, work in with an opportunity. But it was denied by Lauren there. You see this play out at center. Crawford swoops in, steals the puck, races into the chance, but he is denied. It remains a 2-1 Quinte lead. Offensive zone face-off for the Lakers here as it comes up to Wall. Wall rims it in deep. Back after it now below the goal line is Sebastian Smith. Comes back to Jensen Campbell. Campbell cross ice now over the blue line. Chance for Norton and alone again. That one just goes wide. What an opportunity for Max Norton looking for his second goal of the game on a similar chance. He charged in alone on that first goal and buried it on the backhand. Tried to wire it past the netminder with a good wrist shot, but just missed the mark. Lakers trying to regroup in behind their own net and regain possession. Puck bounces off the boards, now fed up to the blue line, handled by Sebastian Smith. Smith goes around the end wall, Jensen Campbell. Campbell back below the goal line, Noah Gilchrist. Gilchrist off the wall, Smith, has it at the line. Everybody battling for possession. Red Devils have it. Jensen Campbell pivots away from pressure, fires a shot through traffic. Save made there by Gavin Russell. Lakers try to clear the zone. They will get it out to center now. Russell tested a couple of times here early in this second period. After it goes Luke Strickler. Strickler has to drop it back. Murray into the chance. That shot blocked. Back on it now, Will Beebe. Beebe through center. Beebe in over the blue line. Wall trying to keep him away. He will. Wall trying to get it to Strickler. It's cut off. Cash Nelson has it in the corner. Nelson tied up by Wall. Gets it past to Beebe. Beebe to Thompson at the line. Thompson a shot blocked in traffic there by Murray. Lakers look to clear the zone. Bounces up now, and Yabi will play it out to center. Yabi with a pass that never got to Strickler, and now the Red Devils bring it back in. Cash Nelson over the blue line, 1-on-3. Nelson can't get the shot to the net. It'll come back to Weston Murray. Murray swings it around the wall, Yabi. Yabi trying to clear the zone, drop back to Murray. Murray fires it out to center, and Thompson has possession. Riker Thompson swings it around the end boards. Murray back after it. Murray in below the goal line. Murray fires it off the glass, out to center. Thompson will reset now in his own zone. Riker Thompson banks it off the boards for Cohen Reed through center. Reed for Beebe, now on the far wall, Nelson. Nelson drops it back towards Beebe. It's taken back by Yabi, and Yabi will get it out to center. Riker Thompson tries to rim it in deep here for Quinte. Yabi knocks it down. Yabi trying to get in over the blue line. Just offside there are the Lakers, so we get a stoppage in play. We'd like to take a second to thank our partners for supporting today's event. Special recognition goes to Milk, a proud partner of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Dairy farmers of Ontario are proud to support young athletes and encourage healthy, active lifestyles. Face-off won by the Red Devils in the neutral zone. Jackson Elric has possession of the puck, plays it through center, collides with his man. That was Baker as he fired it in to the Quinte end. Back on it, Declan Doyle. Doyle sends a pass. It gets cut off. Down below the goal line, Cooper Morningstar. Morningstar loses possession, and the Red Devils carry it out to center. Elric comes over the blue line. Elric racing into the corner. Elric centering pass, chance in the slot. Whalen on the backhand, just misses the net. Back after it now, down low is Zubzahil. Zubzahil can't catch up to it. Lakers try to clear the zone. Fired out to center by Riley Hayter. Elric sends it back to Brown. Brown into the Lakers' end. It'll be covered up by Russell here, and he'll get a stoppage in play. Well, it was a bit of a feeling out process for these two teams through about the first 5 or 6 minutes of the first period. Then the action really picked up. 3 goals late in that period in the final 6 minutes or so of the first frame. Then some good chances here early in the second. Quinte has the game's only power play. They are 0 for 1. It was an interference call that sent them to the man advantage. Draw will come in the Huron-Perth end here. A discussion between the officials and Lakers head coach Adam Gibb. All wrapped up and ready to go here. Face-off won by Quinte. Now Strickler swoops in. He's got possession of it. Here comes Luke Strickler in alone. Strickler, a move, put it high. Looked like Lauren got a stick on that chance. What an opportunity for Huron-Perth to tie this game. They're not done. A pass out front for Crawford just goes wide. Now looking for it, Walker. Back at the line, working in Calling. Calling to Walker, back to Calling. Calling through traffic, a shot. That one gets blocked. Strickler back after it. Strickler to Murray. Murray through traffic, misses the net. Banks off the boards, comes back now to Calling. Calling chips it in deep. After it, Crawford. Crawford in below the goal line, centering pass, bouncing puck. Comes back now, and the Red Devils will clear it. Max Norton through center. Norton over the blue line. Norton skating towards the goal, can't get to the net cleanly, and Calling will reset here for Huron-Perth. Pass for Strickler, just out of his reach, banks off the board. Strickler tries to chip it past his man, couldn't do so. Murray fires it back in deep. 5 minutes gone here in this middle frame. Norton out to center. Campbell over the blue line. Campbell working his way in. Campbell bobbles the puck, and it comes out to neutral ice. Campbell from his own end sends the pass to Malkin Courtney. Courtney for Norton. Max Norton rims it in deep. Goes around the wall. Bell in pursuit. Roman Bell tries to shovel it off the boards. Bell sends it past cross ice for Riley Hayter. Hayter through center, a long lead feed for Chase Yabi, and that one will go for icing here against the Huron-Perth Lakers, and they'll have a draw back in their own end. A couple of good chances for Huron-Perth. Luke Strickler, the captain, busted in with an opportunity. He's got 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points in the tournament. But put the shot high. I think that Blake Lauren got a stick on that chance for Strickler and was able to keep it out. Face off to the left here of the netminder Russell. Lakers have possession. Swung around the boards by Jackson Schmidt. Comes back to Bell in below the goal line. Now Riley. Riley looking to clear. Beebe with good pressure in the corner. Riley below the goal line comes to Cash Nelson. Nelson hit by Bell there. Nelson drops it back into the corner. On it, Cohen Reed. Reed loses possession of it, and the Lakers will look to get it out to center. The pass cut at the blue line by Beebe. Beebe works in. Will Beebe, left circle. Beebe, a shot saved by Russell. Lakers look to head the other way with numbers. Out through center, Schmidt. Schmidt sends it past to Yabi. He's over the blue line. Yabi on the far boards. Yabi into the corner. Tries to go cross ice with the pass. It got deflected. Back to Yabi, though, as he works it up to the blue line. Bell through traffic. That one misses the mark. Bounces now onto the near boards. Cohen Reed. Reed through center. Will Beebe down the ice. Bell back after it. Roman Bell. In behind his net. Sends the pass to Roberts through center. Roberts over the blue line. Makes a move. Goes to Strickler. Tight angle shot. Just misses the mark. Back after it now. Jackson Schmidt. Schmidt sends a pass. It gets cut. Red Devils through neutral ice. Dawson Zubzahil. Zubzahil applies pressure. Kicked down low by Weston Murray. Bouncing puck. Lakers look to reset. Comes to Thompson though at the line for Quinte. His shot through traffic gloved by Gavin Russell, and he will hold on. This puck stoppage is brought to you by Barron Rings, the official championship ring provider of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Barron Rings proudly celebrates the achievements of athletes by creating lasting symbols of success and excellence. Off the face-off, Lakers have possession. It's Murray going around the end boards. Now picked back up and sent through center by Strickler. Strickler has Roberts. Roberts in over the blue line, poked off his stick nicely. Good play by McLean Brown getting back, and Huron-Perth will have to reset. Weston Murray sends a pass to Liam Wall. Wall from his own zone goes off the glass, knocked out of midair by Elric, and Elric will swing it back in for the Red Devils. Wall loses possession. Elric chips it back in over the blue line. Wall drops it back. Pass off the boards, comes out of the stick of Luke Strickler. Strickler over the red line. Strickler now comes in over the blue. He's got some space, takes a shot blocked in traffic. McLean Brown got in the way of that chance. At the blue line, Murray looks to hold for Huron-Perth. Puck is loose at the line, held by the Lakers. A shot through traffic from Murray. That one gets stopped by Blake Lauren. Well, the Quinte Red Devils up by a score of 2-1 here in this game. 44-7-2 record this season. Just 45 goals against on the year. 188 goals for in regular season play. Ended their regular season on a 5-game winning streak. Finished first in the OMHA East Division and first in the OMHA overall in the regular season. Obviously won the OMHA title to clinch their berth here in these All-Ontario Championships from Waterloo. Puck gets played through center. Norton over the red line. Norton drops it back. Skating in now with an opportunity is Noah Gilchrist. Gilchrist loses possession of the puck. Lakers trying to chip it back out to center. Courtney after it comes back to Jensen Campbell. After it goes Max Murray. Murray gets hauled down to the ice. Hewardine after it. Now chipped back out to the neutral zone by Quinte. Gilchrist over the blue line. Gilchrist runs into a defender. Glove comes off there of Lawson Baker. Courtney has it for Quinte. Loses possession. Murray through the neutral zone, bounced back the other way. Sebastian Smith for Norton. Max Norton fires a shot, turned away by Russell, rebounds there, cleared to the corner by Ziliaks, and Norton gets back on it for Quinte. Norton drops it back, is picked up by Roman Bell. Bell out to center. It's Crawford over the blue line. Crawford racing into the corner. Crawford tries to drop a pass between his skates, didn't work, and the Red Devils will regroup in their own zone. Sebastian Smith with it. Smith drops it back to Malkin Courtney. Courtney sends a pass to Will Beebe. Beebe through center, knocked down by Walker. It's chipped through center by the Lakers and back in. Walker centers a pass. Cooper Morningstar is on it. Morningstar, chance out front, denied there by Lauren. Might have had a piece of that Aiden Crawford shot on the doorstep. What an opportunity for the Lakers as the two teams battle in the corner now to try to regain possession. Crawford knocks it loose, comes back to Cash Nelson. Nelson from his own zone. Nelson banks it off the boards, out to center, racing in the other way. Here's Cohen Reed. Reed into the corner. Reed sidesteps his man. Reed goes around the Lakers net. Reed drops it back below the goal line. Beebe has possession. Beebe centering pass. One-timer Reed blocked in front. Carter Calling. Calling looks to clear the zone, comes back instead to Cash Nelson in the corner. Nelson able to get it to Will Beebe. Beebe tied up. Calling rims it around the boards. Crawford in pursuit. Held at the line there by Chance Cooney. Now the Lakers get it out to center. 2-on-2. They come in over the line. Walker a move. Walker couldn't get to the net. He's taken down by a couple of Quinte defenders, and the net gets knocked off in the Red Devils' end. So we'll get a stoppage in play here. Well, Entropy is the official online championship apparel provider, offering championship gear available for order now. Scan the QR code on the bottom left to shop from anywhere. Looks like we've got a penalty coming up here on the Red Devils. So Huron-Perth will go to the power play for the first time in this game. Lakers are perfect on the penalty kill, but have not had a chance on the man advantage yet this afternoon. So we'll see what their first opportunity on the power play has in store. Face-off won by the Lakers. Walker has it at the right circle. Now at the blue line, Murray. Murray throws it back down low. Quick shot, that one blocked in traffic. Walker goes after it. It's out to center. Murray has it. Now Strickler. Strickler through the neutral zone. 30 seconds gone here in the Lakers power play. Strickler has it in the slot, takes a shot, deflects off a stick, goes up and over the glass, out of play. Good chance there once again for Luke Strickler, who's been buzzing around a little bit for the Lakers, but yet to find his way onto the score sheet with a goal of his own. Strickler, of course, you see him on your screen there wearing the C for this Lakers squad. He is their captain, hoping to lead them to a provincial title. Ty Walker will take the face-off here for the Lakers. Now he gets waved, so in for it is Luke Strickler. Comes in from the point. Strickler wins the draw. Walker's got it. Walker across the blue line. Handled by Weston Murray. Murray to Aiden Crawford. Crawford, far boards. Back to Murray up top. Murray sends it past Strickler. He's got space. Takes a shot. Saved there by Lauren. Blake Lauren, good stop on that chance. Now a tie up in below the goal line. Looking for it, Yabi. Crawford after it. Comes back now, Yabi. Yabi to Strickler. Strickler through traffic, misses the net. Rims around the boards, Murray in pursuit. Halfway through this Huron-Perth power play. A minute to go in the man advantage. Puck is played in the corner. Bouncing around. Malkin Courtney has it for Quinte. Can't clear the zone. Held by Murray at the point. He'll play it in deep, but Courtney will slap it down the ice. Lakers reset from their own end. Strickler out to center for Riley Hayter as Huron-Perth makes changes here on the power play. Hayter carries it from his own zone, swings it back down low. Nobody there to receive the pass. Murray was headed off for a change. 20 seconds remain here in the power play for the Lakers. Hayter sends it past cross ice. It gets cut. Red Devils back the distance. And that forces Huron-Perth to reset. Murray in his own zone has been out there for the entirety of the power play. Goes to Riley. Riley through center. Lakers come in over the blue line. A man streaking towards the net. It's Robinson back at 5-on-5 here. Power play expires for the Lakers, so both teams 0 for 1 on the power play this afternoon. Bell takes a shot from the line, misses the mark, comes back now to McLean Brown. Brown off the boards, out to center. Bouncing puck, Lakers have it in neutral ice. Robinson makes a move over the red line, loses possession of the puck. Picked back up by Jensen Campbell. Campbell's over the blue line, Campbell to the slot. That shot gets blocked, and back on it in the corner now are the Lakers. Murray through center. Max Murray sends the pass, cross ice. On it is Hayter. Hayter makes a move. He's stripped of the puck. Red Devils the other way. Whalen has a chance. He's in alone. Whalen shoots. He scores! Cade Whalen, third goal of the championship weekend. This one coming late in the second period. And the Red Devils are up by a score of 3-1. Whalen had a goal and an assist last night in the tie with Waterloo. And strikes here at the 13-17 mark of the second period with just a minute and 43 seconds to go. Was wide open in neutral ice and able to wire it home on the breakaway. So Huron-Perth looking to respond here as they trail by a couple of goals. 3-1 the score. They win the face-off after the Quinte marker. Puck gets swung in deep by Schmidt, and back on it is Sebastian Smith for the Quinte Red Devils. Pass through center, comes to Reed. Cohen Reed over the blue line. Reed swings it around the end boards. Back on it, Nelson. Cash Nelson below the goal line. Nelson takes a bump. Beebe feeds it up to the point here for Quinte. Courtney back for Beebe. Beebe loses possession. Walker's on it. Ty Walker gives it back. Beebe. Now Nelson to Courtney. He's got space. Malkin Courtney lets it fly, but Gavin Russell flashes the leather, makes a nice save. Well, as a proud partner, the Hockey Hall of Fame provides players of the game for all championship games. The Hall is the home of the Stanley Cup and hockey at its best. So we'll see who the players of the game are at the conclusion of this contest. Still in the second period here of what's been a close one up to this point. Off the face-off, Weston Murray rims it around the wall. Yabi chips it out to center for Huron-Perth. Final minute of the second period. Lakers would love a late goal here to go into the third just down by 1. Bell through center gets knocked down. Correction, that was Murray who got taken down. Back in come the Red Devils. That shot gets fired just wide. Strickler on it in his own zone. Strickler flips it up to the blue line. Campbell knocks it out of midair. He's back in. Campbell looking for a shot. It gets blocked. Weston Murray off the boards. Little drop pass. Murray through center. 20 seconds to go in the period. Time for a quick shot here for Huron-Perth. Strickler goes cross ice. Bouncing puck down low. Loose in the crease, but Lauren's got it. And he holds on. Good chances there for the Lakers as Strickler busted in. Looked like it was Yabi down low he was trying to feed. And Lauren just able to keep it out for the Red Devils. Get another look at it here on the screen. Strickler trying to go cross ice. Looks like Murray, rather, that was trying to jam it home on Lauren. But Lauren able to make the save. 16 seconds to go here in this second period. Off the face-off. A hit in the corner. Lakers have possession. Bounces off the wall. Red Devils try to clear the zone. It subs the hill through center. All the way down the ice. Won't be icing, and time will wind down here in the second period. So 30 minutes in the books. 2 periods have been played here in Waterloo. The score sits at 3-1 for the Quinte Red Devils after the opening 30 minutes of this contest. It's been a close game thus far between these two teams. A battle all throughout, really, for the two sides. And both teams have certainly had their chances. We welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. A solid start to this game for both teams. Huron-Perth, of course, opened the scoring. It was Ty Walker who found the back of the net at the 9:14 mark of the first period. But since then, it's been all Quinte. They were able to respond just over a minute later from Max Norton finding the back of the net. Then Noah Gilchrist made it 2-1 Red Devils after the first period of play, and then they get a late one in the second from Cade Whalen. Whalen had space, room to work, fired it home, and gave Quinte a 3-1 lead, and that is where we sit here after the first 2 periods. The Lakers have certainly had their chances in this game as well. The Strickler lines have certainly looked good in the contest. Ty Walker, of course, who does have the only Huron-Perth goal in this game. He's had a couple of good moves as he's come in over the blue line, but has not amounted to a second goal for the Lakers, so they'll be looking to find some offense here in this third period, and they can certainly do that. They scored 7 earlier today against North Bay. They scored 4 in their tie yesterday against Waterloo. Well, we will take a quick break here in this second intermission and come back with the third period of play from the Waterloo Memorial Recreation Complex. You're watching the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships.
Got something to call mine. Oh, need someone to talk to. Right here, right now. Oh, we are on our way. Starting today.
The TELUS Cup is coming to Peterborough. Canada's men's U13 National Club Championship is taking over the Peterborough Memorial Centre. From the opening face-off to the final goal of the championship game, the TELUS Cup delivers unforgettable moments at the highest level of U18 hockey in Canada. Be there for every moment. Get your tickets now at hockeycanada.ca/TELUS Cup.
Gold medal winner! There's change, and change is always good.
I'd like to continue making sure freedom of movement is smooth. It's easier for kids to play, making sure as many kids who want to play can play, making sure that the OHF is well managed financially, well governed. Those things they're not sexy, but they're important.
Being part of the future of hockey, I'd like to make sure that hockey continues being hockey. My goal also is to be that devil's advocate, helping understand and question what we are doing to make sure that it is the right thing to do in the future.
Progress that I would like to see is to really continue to push the game and to push the quality of our events and the player experience, and bring in some new and exciting and innovative initiatives like online streaming for our OHF championships.
For me, it's all about the players. They will always need support. We need to nurture their well-being physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. How can we do that in a good way? What does that look like? Growth and development, what change looks like in a good way, the culture and respect and integrity for the benefit of the players, and accessibility at all levels. So recruitment and retention for players. How do we get volunteers on board? How do we keep them involved? And how can we make that process streamlined and easier for that to happen?
What I would like to see is spend more time on recreational hockey and provide the recreational player who make up most of our membership feel more important and more worthy of the attention that some of the representative teams and people get, and translate that into the recreational stream.
It's an avenue by which players get to participate in a recreational activity that's structured, that's safe, and that, as I said previously, produces some pretty good citizens.
What progress I'd be looking for are just continued work towards inclusion, diversity, making the game more affordable, making the game easily accessible in terms of registration, and also continue the path of continued growth within hockey.
The vision of hockey in Ontario is a very complicated issue. There are a lot of people that have a lot of different views about what it should be. We work together better now than we ever have. We're on the same page more now than we ever have. So my job is to listen to people.
I'm most excited about the leadership role that OHF is taking on, and you can really see it in the customer service that's being delivered. Always thinking about the players and always thinking about the experience of enriching communities through hockey.
Success as chair to me would be having people say the members of the Ontario Hockey Federation get along better than they've ever gotten along. We collaborate more than we've ever collaborated. We trust each other more than we've ever trusted each other. If we all communicate and we all trust each other, we'll all make progress.
Personally, receiving the scholarship, it's meant a lot to me. It kind of brought some light to what had happened to me. I wasn't able to work for about 6 months. It's helped me and my family a lot, just paying for school and it being less of a burden. I want kids to have the same experience I had when I was a kid. I think a lot of people bond over hockey and what it's given to them, so I want to give the same to the future youth.
As someone that never played at a high level of hockey, I never really imagined being a professional referee until 2022. And I really thought, where could this job go? So I played A in Mississauga, and the association reached out to our team for timekeepers. And when I wanted to start, they offered me a position to start officiating. From then, just climbing through the ranks of the Mississauga Hockey League, Greater Toronto Hockey League, and into the Ontario Hockey League. Not playing at a high level is one thing that sticks out when you go to referee at a high level. I feel like I have something to prove going into these bigger games and big rinks. Some coaches know that you never played at a high level, so how could you be refereeing? And it's important to remind yourself that you're there for a reason, just like they are. Your name didn't fall out of a hat and all of a sudden you're refereeing a professional hockey game. Off seasons are where you make the most gains as an official and player. Something that I think is very important as an official that didn't play high-level hockey is your skating ability. Take power skating lessons, get on the ice, whether it's with your friends or alone, and get skated. As you climb the ranks and start to officiate major, junior, and professional hockey, you really start to notice the difference that communication makes with the players, coaches, other officials, and above. Staying composed, professional, and handling pressure is very important. Stakes are so high that we need to make correct, accurate decisions as best as we can. We don't get replays like you do at home watching the TV. We've got to make it that split second, and it's got to be as accurate as possible. I think getting into officiating can be daunting at times. You get yelled at, people think you're wrong, when really most of the time you are right. You start second-guessing your abilities and you get discouraged. So I think just reminding yourself that all the hard work and dedication that you put into over the years, it's very rewarding in the end.
So that specific shooting drill that we were working on today is to help give them those extra shooting techniques so that in a game-like situation, they're not just using one or two, they've got multiple ways of being able to shoot the puck. Not only does that make it more difficult for the defenseman to defend, but also for that goaltender to not only track it, but making sure that they're able to square up on the puck as well. So just helps them become more of that lethal player that they're looking for at that elite level.
Out here, we're working on a lot of transitioning, walking the blue line, puck retrievals. Lots of that has to do with being able to take good angles to pucks, good routes to pucks, being able to shoulder check, being able to execute some deception. There's a setup, there's a trap, there's a payoff to every move. So making sure that the players are understanding the process in how to identify danger, identify options, and how to misdirect players under a stressful environment.
So a lot of our focus points here at the Program of Excellence Under 15 is going to be helping the goaltenders a lot with their preparation before the shot. Things like leading with the eyes, scanning the ice before they make their movements, being able to put themselves into the right places at the right times and ultimately set themselves up for success when the shot comes off the stick. We're also going to be tying in a couple small technical areas where we're talking about a lot of sequencing in their movement, about how the body is supposed to operate from the top of the head down into their skates in order to generate that real strong and effective movement.
Third period underway here from Waterloo with the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. The Quinte Red Devils trying to hold on to their 3-1 lead and get their first victory of this championship. On the near side, it's Dawson Zubza-Hill playing it through center for Cade Whalen. Whalen back in for the Red Devils. It'll come back to Weston Murray in the Lakers' end. Bouncing puck, little tie-up. Lakers trying to clear the zone. Luke Strickler gets it through center. Strickler over the blue line. Strickler sends it past Crawford on the backhand. Blocker save there by Blake Lauren. Now at the line, Murray. Murray sends it past to Ty Walker. Walker gets cut off, comes back now to Liam Wall. Wall for Weston Murray. Murray fires it in deep, played by Lauren. Blake Lauren drops a pass back, near side Malkin Courtney sends it past to Zubza-Hill. Zubza-Hill tries to clear the zone. It gets deflected, but Cade Whalen will carry it through center. Whalen, little toe drag, it gets turned over now, and here come the Lakers the other way. Bouncing puck, Whalen looking for it. Morningstar in there for Huron-Perth, can't come up with it. Max Norton comes in over the blue line. Norton, a shot, misses the net. Norton had the opening goal of the game for the Red Devils to tie things up at 1-1. Max Ziliaks has it below the goal line. Chance at the doorstep, and they score! An attack that seemingly came out of nowhere for the Red Devils. They've extended their lead. It's 4-1 Quinte. Looks like Jensen Campbell who buries that one on the doorstep, and Quinte's got a cushion here in the third period. We'll get a look at the replay. Red Devils had some good pressure in the offensive zone. It was Gilchrist down low who played it on goal. The initial save was made, but right there to bury it was Campbell on the back door. And it's 4-1 Quinte here in the third period. Quinte lost to the Toronto Marlboros in their first game of the round robin, then tied Waterloo last night. So they're trying to pick up their first victory here of this championship weekend in Waterloo. And if the score holds, they would certainly do so. Puck is played by Chase Yabi down below the goal line. Yabi centering pass, never got to Riley Hayter in the slot. Red Devils look to clear. Back at the line, Bell swings it in deep. Bouncing puck. Murray tries to take a shot. Muffs on it, now it'll come back to Yabi. Yabi can't hold for the Lakers. Bell gets it at the line, sends it down to Murray. His shot blockered away there by Blake Lauren. Now back after it, Riley Hayter. Hayter makes a move, cut off there by Declan Doyle. Murray back up high. Bell has it, high slot, takes a shot, misses the net. Rebound there, just fired wide. Huron-Perth nearly cut the deficit back to 2. Good opportunity, Van Don. Now it'll come back to Bell. Bell sends it through center. Hayter tries to get it over the blue line. Now comes back to Yabi. Yabi through neutral ice. Yabi's in over the blue line. After it is McLean Brown. Brown now gets it over to Norton. Max Norton over the red line, fires it in deep. Roman Bell gets back on it for Huron-Perth. Bell sends a pass through center. Strickler works in, drops it off for Bell. Bell towards the goal. Bell bobbles the puck, comes back now, and Thompson looks to play it out to center. Nelson got cut off. Here's Reed through neutral ice, though. Reed loses possession to Bell there. Bell sends a pass out through center. Crawford for Strickler. Strickler into the corner. Strickler backhand past the slot. It gets cut off. Rimmed around the boards by Beebe. Cash Nelson looking for it. Strickler's got it. Strickler works his way into the corner. Centering pass for Walker, never got to him. And the Red Devils are out to center. Cohen Reed's over the blue line. Reed backhands it around the end boards. Carter Calling's on it. Calling loses possession. Nelson with good pressure. Nelson sends a pass to Brown. Brown drops it back in the direction of Nelson there. Rims around the boards. The line, it's Riker Thompson. Thompson works his way in. Pass down low. Chance on the doorstep. Nelson fanned on it. Comes back now to Beebe. Beebe back down low for Nelson. Cash Nelson can't come up with it. Lakers reset. They've got possession. Cooney holds the line here for Quinte. Chance Cooney into the corner for Cohen Reed. Reed loses possession. Lakers cycle it around the wall. Comes to Riley Hayter. Hayter in his own zone. Hayter, backhand pass, cut off. Cooney works it in. Cooney tries to center a feed. It gets blocked. Hayter back with it for Huron-Perth. Rims it around the boards and now comes back onto the stick of Will Beebe. Beebe gives it back to Huron-Perth and the Lakers will send it all the way down the ice. Blake Lauren lets it slide in on goal. He'll cover up, get a whistle, and now a late chance after the whistle was blown draws the ire of the Red Devils. But we'd like to thank once again our partners for supporting today's event. A special recognition goes to Milk, a proud partner of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Dairy farmers of Ontario are proud to support young athletes and encourage healthy, active lifestyles. Off the face-off, puck is played by Yabi. Yabi tries to center a pass. It gets blocked. Now Zubza Hill through center, knocked down by Wall. Back on it, Courtney. Malkin Courtney all the way down the ice. Giving chase there is Roman Bell. Bell in the corner. On it, Zubza Hill. Zubza Hill loses possession. Lakers looking to clear the zone. Hayter after it. Comes back into the corner for Liam Wall. Wall gets it along the boards. Zubza Hill trying to knock it down. Bouncing puck. Chipped out to neutral ice. Yabi's on it. Yabi sends it into the Red Devils' end. Malkin Courtney. Courtney through center. Pass goes off the skate of the official. Comes back to Hayter. Now Schmidt. Schmidt sends a pass cross ice for Liam Wall. Wall on his own end. Banks it off the boards in the direction there of Riley Hayter. Hayter ties his man up. Pass goes along the boards into... Looked like it hit the hip of the official and then maybe into the Huron-Perth bench. Or perhaps stayed in the jersey of the official there as we have just under 10 minutes to go here in this third period. The Red Devils out to a 4-1 lead. Extended their lead a minute and 24 seconds into the third period. Jensen Campbell on the back door, able to jam it home on a rebound out front. Off the face-off, Murray wins the draw. Comes back to Lawson Baker. Baker around the end boards. Now in the corner, picked up by Weston Murray. Murray tries to clear. Brown at the line. Looks to hold here for Quinte. Can't do it. Lakers are through center. Murray trying to get a pass ahead to Blake Roberts. Lakers come in offside, though. Roberts got pushed into the Quinte end, and Huron-Perth came in ahead of the puck there. Another face-off in neutral ice forthcoming. Lakers control off the draw. Lawson Baker slaps it in deep. After it goes Brown. McLean Brown in his own end. Banks it all the way down the ice. This one looks like it might have enough for icing, and that is indeed the call. So face-off will come all the way back down the ice, and Huron-Perth will have an offensive zone draw. Lakers won their game earlier today against the North Bay Trappers by a score of 7-4. They are undefeated in this tournament. A win and a tie so far through 2 games. Off the face-off. Lakers have possession. Bell at the line. Takes a shot. Misses the net. Comes back around the boards. Doyle in pursuit. Doyle sends it out to center. Beebe giving chase. Bouncing puck. Strickler can't come up with it. Back on it, Riley. Riley sends a pass through center. Strickler over the blue line. Strickler drops it back. Walker after it. Can't come up with it. Walker in the corner. Walker looking for a passing option. Tried to get it to Yabi out front. That one gets blocked. Cash Nelson the other way. Nelson, he's over the blue line. Nelson, drop pass. Here's a chance for Whalen down low. Scramble for it on the doorstep. Russell able to keep it out. Now Yabi back through center. Pass blocked there by Nelson. Yabi gives chase. Comes back to Walker. Walker sends a pass to Roman Bell. Bell through center. Bell over the blue line. Bell racing into the corner. Bell below the goal line, centering pass. Nobody there to jam it home. Yabi was in the neighborhood but couldn't get to the puck. Beebe back on it here for Quinte. Ziliaks looks to hold the line. Puck slips past him. Race for it now. Whalen in pursuit for Quinte. Huron-Perth heads back the other way. Mary looking for it. Now goes cross ice. Riker Thompson has possession. Thompson banks it off the boards. Picked back up by Weston Murray here for Huron-Perth. Murray over the red line. Murray jams it along the boards. Mari in pursuit. Now Ziliaks resets for the Lakers. Ziliaks, a pass that goes off of a stick. Zubza-Hill was in there. Zubza-Hill after it in the corner. Now down low. Zubza-Hill trying to cut towards the net. Couldn't do it. Picked back up by Riley Hayter. Hayter off the boards. Out to center. Chance Cooney has it for Quinte. Cooney towards Whalen. Now Zubza-Hill hand pass. Whistled here. This puck stoppage is brought to you by Barron Rings, the official championship ring provider of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Barron Rings proudly celebrates the achievements of athletes by creating lasting symbols of success and excellence. Get a look there at head coach Kyle Adams and the Quinte Red Devils bench. Kyle Adams has to be pretty happy with what he's seen so far in this 3rd game of the round robin for his team. Noah Gilchrist plays it in his own zone. Comes back to Malkin Courtney. Courtney goes around the wall and back after it. Sebastian Smith in the corner. Smith banks it off the boards. Bell in pursuit. Comes back now to Smith. Smith tries to clear. Bell gets it back for Huron-Perth. Bell has it in his skates. Smith after it. Now Campbell on it. Jensen Campbell, his first goal of the weekend. Made it 4-1 Quinte early in this 3rd period. Campbell racing in over the blue line again. Campbell towards the goal with a chance. Loose in the crease, scramble for it. Lakers able to keep it out. Now racing the other way, here's Strickler. Luke Strickler over the blue line. Strickler tries to cut to the net, kept away there by Malkin Courtney. Rolling puck in the neutral zone. Fired back in deep, out of the crease to play it is Blake Lauren. Lauren drops it back, swung around the boards by Sebastian Smith. Now through center, it's Will Beebe. Beebe all the way down the ice. Maverick Riley's after it. Bouncing puck comes back to Cash Nelson. Nelson takes a shot, deflected out front, and the Lakers will reset. Through center, Walker over the blue line. Walker holding, shooting through traffic. That one blocked. Comes around the end boards. Nelson after it. Now Walker in the offensive zone has the lone Lakers goal in this game. Centering pass, one-time shot. Lauren able to make the save. Nice stop there by Blake Lauren on that chance. Well, Fine Design is the official on-site championship apparel provider for the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Be sure to grab your championship gear before it sells out. Draw to the right of Blake Lauren here. Off the face-off. Puck is swung around the wall, and Dawson Zubza-Hill will carry it out to center. Zubza-Hill loses possession. Bouncing puck, Whalen. Whalen to Elric. Now comes back into the Lakers' end, and Maverick Riley gets it out to center. Riker Thompson has possession. Thompson sends a pass to Chance Cooney. Cooney through center, Zubza-Hill. Now back on it is Luke Strickler. Strickler, a feed through center. Hayter swings it around the end boards. Lawrence out of the crease, drops it back. Cooney off the wall. Zubza-Hill now on it. Zubza-Hill for Chance Cooney. Cooney to the line. Murray fires a shot, misses the net. Back after it now, Hayter in the corner. Hayter for Schmidt. Schmidt back for Hayter. Hayter to the slot area, has it bumped off his stick. Red Devils head the other way. Chance Cooney in his own zone, banks it off the glass. Quinte doing a good job suppressing Huron-Perth chances here in this third period as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a chance for Yabi, though, as he works in, loses the puck in the slot. It'll go to the corner. Jackson Elric out through neutral ice, deflected by Zubza-Hill all the way down. That'll be icing called against the Quinte Red Devils. But just to go back to that previous point, Quinte not allowing much to reach their netminder Blake Lauren, keeping a lot to the outside and preventing Huron-Perth from getting settled in the offensive zone as the Lakers try to mount a comeback here late in this third period. They put up 7 against North Bay this afternoon, 4 against Waterloo yesterday, but have been held to just 1 in this contest. Puck comes up to the blue line. Lakers with possession. A shot through traffic, bounces around. Here's a chance for Yabi, blocked out front by Gilchrist. It's Courtney in the corner. Courtney loses possession of it, comes back to Yabi down low. Yabi onto the near side. Swung up to the blue line. Ziliaks through traffic, a shot, pad save made there by Blake Lauren. Gilchrist, a feed through center. On it, Max Norton. Norton over the blue line. Norton working into the corner, spins back, Courtney at the line. Malkin Courtney. A pass back now for Norton to Courtney again. Courtney through traffic, shot blocked. Lakers head the other way. It's Crawford. Crawford's in over the blue line. Aiden Crawford a shot up high. Lauren makes the save. Lakers reset. Murray cross ice, finds the trailer. Centering pass for Crawford. That one blocked. Another chance from Murray. That one goes just wide. Lauren may have had a piece of that opportunity. Under 3.5 to play here in this final frame. Courtney sends a pass out of the far boards. Norton. Norton through center all the way down the ice. Won't be icing. They'll say that Ziliaks could have played it. Ziliaks from his own end through center. Nelson over the blue line, overskated it. Now Hayter in. Hayter makes a move, tries to go between his own skates. It's cut off, and McLean Brown will get it up to Cash Nelson. Nelson for Beebe. Beebe's over the blue line. Beebe goes into the corner. Beebe centering pass, trying to find his man on the back door. Couldn't get a shot away. Now a try from the blue line. Blocked in traffic. Declan Doyle let it fly. Lakers get it out to center. Here's Strickler. He's got some space down the wing. Strickler, a shot blocked out front. Getting back there, Doyle to prevent that chance. Lakers looking forward to the offensive zone here. Cohen Reed has possession for Quinte. It'll come back to McLean Brown. Brown out to the neutral zone. Weston Murray. Murray down the ice. Bumped by Lauren there. Lauren sends a feed onto the far side. Cohen Reed. And the puck gets thrown up and over the glass out of play by the Red Devils, so we'll get a stoppage here. The OHF is pleased to partner with HTG Sports Services as its exclusive accommodation services provider. HTG is committed to providing support services for athletes, teams, and communities across Ontario. Home stretch here of this 9th game of the round robin in the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships from Waterloo. Good to have you along with us here on this Thursday afternoon. Puck gets swung around the end boards. On it now is Dawson Zubza-Hill. Zubza-Hill looks to clear the zone. Gets it out to center. Sends a pass to Jackson Elric. Elric comes into the shot. Just misses the net. Russell gets after it. Tries to cover. He will. Laying down on the ice. Able to make the save and cover up to get a stoppage in play. Gonna look at the replay here of that chance for Elric. And Russell having to reach back to make the stop. Both teams still engaged in some pleasantries down near the net, and so looks like some penalties forthcoming. Alric was looking to see if there was a rebound loose as Russell dove back to cover it, and Zubza Hill's going to get an unsportsmanlike call here. And does that mean Huron-Perth is going to the power play? Certainly looks like it does. And it appears they are going to call their timeout. So 1:57 to go in this third period. The Lakers and head coach Adam Gibb have called their timeout, trying to mount a comeback in this game. Down by 3 late, but headed to the power play. Lakers trying to pick up their second victory of the weekend. It's an uphill battle that they face, but certainly not out of the realm of possibility to come back in this game. So both teams have gotten instruction from their coaches, and we are set to resume play. Gavin Russell heads back into the crease for Huron-Perth, and the Lakers will go to the power play, 5-on-4 here. Unsportsmanlike call for Dawson Zubza Hill, sends him to the penalty box. And we'll see what the Lakers can do here. Cade Whalen wins the draw in the defensive zone. It's jammed up along the boards by McLean Brown. Lakers trying to knock it loose. Bouncing puck comes to Strickler. Strickler drops it back below the goal line. Handled there by Murray. Murray back up top. Now the return feed comes to the blue line. Swung in deep by Riley Hayter. Down low McLean Brown. Brown, now Hayter, comes to Murray at the line. Murray works in, takes a shot, glove save by Blake Lauren. Lauren saw that shot all the way. There were bodies out front, but none that obstructed his view, and he's able to make the save. With just over 30 seconds gone now in the Huron-Perth power play. If they're unable to score on the man advantage, their power play will last them until the end of this game. Off the face-off. Puck is in the official skate, comes back now to Courtney. Malkin Courtney backhands it all the way down the ice, and Weston Murray's back on it here for Huron-Perth. Murray loses an edge in the corner. Norton after it for Quinte. Back down low. Lakers trying to clear the zone. They get it out to center. Luke Strickler. Strickler's over the blue line. Stops up on a dime. Strickler finds Bell up high. Bell throws it down low. Pass just misfires. Now in the corner, back to Bell at the line. Bell fakes a shot, sends it past. Strickler works in. Backhand feed to Bell again. His shot through traffic misses the net. Bounces out front. The Lakers are celebrating. Where's the puck? They score. It's a power play goal for Huron-Perth, and they're back to within 2 here with 44.6 on the clock. Roman Bell finding the back of the net on the power play in the final minute here of this third period. And the Lakers trying to mount a late comeback. Bell threw that one towards the net, bounced off the end boards, deflected off the goaltender and into the back of the net. Lakers celebrated right away. The official wasn't sure where the puck was initially, skated over, saw it at the back of the net, made the call. So 4-2 the score. Off the face-off, Crawford racing in. Crawford fires a shot, sails high, rims around the end boards. Lakers hoping for a quick goal here. Applying good pressure. Crawford tried to get it to Hayter. Whalen after it. Whalen gets it out to center here for Quinte. Whalen over the blue line. Whalen trying to cut to the net. Centering feed. Just missed Crawford there. Correction, Campbell on the doorstep. Comes back up to Thompson. Thompson fakes a shot. Far side feed. One-timer. Russell gets over to make the save. Campbell back with it for Quinte. Drops a pass back. Red Devils continuing to press here in the Lakers' end. Centering pass. Bumped, and now Huron-Perth looks for possession. Campbell has it at center for Quinte, and time runs down here in this third period. So the Quinte Red Devils have their first victory of this weekend as they take down the Huron-Perth Lakers by a score of 4-2 in this 9th game of the round robin. So a strong performance from the Red Devils in this game. Player of the game ceremonies coming up here. But a lot of satisfaction, I'm sure, for Kyle Adams behind that Quinte bench and for that Quinte roster as they emerge victorious in this one. We'll bring you the player of the game presentation here momentarily down at ice level. Ty Walker, the player of the game for Huron-Perth, had the Lakers' opening goal of this game at the 9:14 mark of the first period. Had a couple of good chances after that as well on his way into the offensive zone. Some good moves. The player of the game for the Quinte Red Devils is Noah Gilchrist, who scored in the first period at the 13:45 mark. Gilchrist with his first goal of the weekend. Well, a strong performance from Quinte in this game as they come away with the victory. They fell behind early in this one. Huron-Perth able to take the lead initially, but Quinte able to storm back 2 goals in that first period to take a 2-1 lead into the middle frame. They score 1 in the second. They score 1 in the third. A really strong performance from the Red Devils in this one. So now they have a record of 1-1-1 on the weekend. They get their first win here in this one. They lost their opening game, tied their second game yesterday, and then emerged victorious in their first game action here on this Thursday. Well, we will have more All-Ontario Championship action here from Waterloo for you momentarily as North Bay gets set to take on Kenora. That one's slated for a 5 p.m. start. Might be just a little bit after that, but you can catch all the action right here. My name is Dylan Baker. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you then.